Hey, what's up? It's Ultra Eric. Now, I know some of you guys know about the Macy's at the shops in Nanuet, which is a Simon property, which, of course, they're about to close at an early of March of 2019 next year. The reason why Macy's is closing at the shops in Nanuet, which is also includes the Macy's backstage. Let me go over the headline right now. Excuse the ad in the background. Now, the Macy's Nanuet will be closing next year, and this is what is going to take its place because basically, till early next year, the decision was made as part of Macy's incorporation ongoing review that Hawkins, a Macy's spokeswoman, she said after a careful consideration, Macy's had decided to close the Nanuet store in early of 2019. As she said in a statement, a clearance sale will begin in mid-January 2019 and run for approximately 8 to 12 weeks. That means the liquidation sales, which is a clearance sale, of course, will be starting at a mid of January 2019, which anyone in the elevator community could start the store tour during the liquidation sale that could start right now before the store closes at an early of March of 2019. Although they're going to continue though to serve at the Nanuet community at a nearby store in West Nyack at the Palisades Shopping Center, and at the website at Macy's.com, as Emily Hawkins from the Macy's spokeswoman just said. Because basically, the reason why, unfortunately, let me go over the fact that Bamberger's was actually former. Macy's took over the Bamberger's former space. Because basically at a shops in Nanuet, because basically the retail giant has informed the store employees of the impending closure. Because basically Hawkins said, excuse the fart in the background. Hawkins said regular non-seasonal employees who are unable to work at Macy's at other locations will be eligible for servants and will receive help to look for another job. At Hawkins, that's what Hawkins said. Now, Joe Farkas, the Investment Force founder and CEO, because basically, actually from the Metropolitan Realty Associates, aka MRA, a Manhattan-based real estate investment firm, that because they're is out of contract to purchase a 218,000 square foot store from Macy's, based, of course, in Plano, Texas. At Home, what has been expanding its footprint store. That because take a look at this at-home store. This is what they're going to look like. What after the Macy's Nanuet building, if the Simon property agrees when it's redeveloped. The Simon property is going to make a grand opening at an at-home after when the Macy's space at the shops in Nanuet, New York, when the at-home is about to open. It's a third-party company. I have no idea what this is. I would have figured this out. Not only does Macy's is closing in Nanuet, the other tip in this video will be, unfortunately though, not only for this video, we're going to also talk about Sears will be shutting down its Yorktown and Nanuet stores as part of the continuing bankruptcy. In the Sears store at the Jefferson Valley Mall, excuse the ad, a Sears store in the Jefferson Valley Mall is among 142 stores, because basically with its bankruptcy, the company is about to continue. That because on Monday, Sears Holdings filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, because basically they'll be closing 142 unprofitable stores. That because liquidation sales at these stores are expected to begin shortly, because that's why Sears at the shops in Nanuet and Jefferson Valley Mall in Yorktown, as well as Kmart and Mahopec are part of the list. Because basically the company has 687 stores remaining. That includes Kmart locations, which we're not sure in Kmart Penn Station, one of the biggest stores largest Kmart in downtown in New York City. We're not sure if that store is closing, but I'll be getting there as soon as I can with the TX time very shortly. Because basically the chairman Eddie Lampert said in the statement, as he said, as we look toward the holiday season, Sears and Kmart stores remain open for business, and our dedicated associates look forward to serving our members and customers. Because that's what Eddie Lambert, the Sears and Roebuck Sherman, just said in a statement. The Clarkstown Town Supervisor George Hoffman said the town has been notified of the Sears plan to close the store in Nanuet. if it were to become available, he was confident that the site will be redeveloped. That's what he said. But he said also in another statement, he said, I am confident that given everything else surrounding it, the level of investment at the shops in Nanuet previously, as well as the rezoning that we're contemplating around the train station, the property is going to be even more valuable going forward. That's what he said. There is no shortage of opportunities here. Should it be redeveloped, we'll work with the owner of the property to do so. There's also another Sears store at the Galleria Shopping Mall in White Plains, as well as the one at the Cross County Shopping Center in Yonkers will remain open. Which, unfortunately, folks, I think that shuttle elevator could be Schindler, and the other one could be a Dover and Schindler with EPCO SSL. The Pacific Retail Capital Partners purchased the Galleria Mall. That includes the Sears store property about 2 years ago, aiming to transfer the 870,000 square foot at 100 Main Street. Excuse that. Sears also filed a Chapter 11 that because basically Tom Miles, the vice president of the, Tom Miles, the vice president of the landlord company, that said, we expect Sears to do business as usual, reorganize, and hopefully come out better and stronger than what they were in the past. Because basically, they feel, everybody else, the shoppers know they feel bad for the people. I feel bad for the chain. The Kmart store at a Crossroads Shopping Center in Greenburgh and Yorktown Green Shopping Center in Yorktown Heights have also been spared closing. And not only that, the video proves it. The Sears store closing list, with 142 more Sears and Kmart locations are closing in the Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And because basically, the company has 687 stores remaining with the Kmart locations. Excuse the ad. Basically, with its Chapter 11 bankruptcy, everything else, all these areas, that includes Arkansas and, all we know is that because basically in New York City, where we figure in Middle Village is where they're going to be closing for Kmart location. For Sears location, we're also expecting in New Jersey, of course, that you did not hear that. For New Jersey, of course, for 1500 Highway, 35 Middletown, New Jersey. Then Deptford Center in Deptford, New Jersey, which is a Lands End chain store. For New York City, 75 West Route 59 and 100 Nanuet, New York. Then 1111 Franklin Avenue in Garden City, which the plant's going to be closing, because that's where it has a Burlington. May I tell you, Sears is probably a former Bloomingdale space in Garden City, where they kept that space too, because that's what it is and what it seems there. So that is the video for Sears, Kmart, and Macy's free stores all in one video, and I'll be back with another documentary later for Sears in Garden City. So with all that said, that's it.